Welcome. I am Mr. Sandeep Kardile, lecturer, Mula Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Sonai. I am giving presentation on pharmaceutical legislation in India. Contents of presentation: Introduction to pharmaceutical jurisprudence, origin and nature of pharmaceutical legislation, recommendations of Drug Enquiry Committee, scope and objectives of pharmaceutical legislation, and role of pharmacist in healthcare system. Introduction. Jurisprudence is the philosophy of law. Pharmaceutical jurisprudence is introduction of basic elements of the legal system to the students which are required to conduct their business and practice profession of pharmacy. Definition of pharmaceutical legislation. Pharmaceutical legislation is such a mixed legislation. It covers both social and economical aspects of the society. The main purpose of legislation is patient should receive drugs of required quality, tested and evaluated for safety and efficacy. Pharmaceutical legislation is associated with health of society. Origin of pharmaceutical legislation in India. First chemist shop was opened by Mr. Budgett in 1811 at Calcutta. After that, Smith, Stanistreet and Co. started apothecary shop in 1821. Bengal Chemical and Pharma was started by Acharya Prafulla Chandra Rai in 1901. T. K. Gajjar started Alembic Chemical Works at Baroda in 1903. Pharma units were insufficient, so drugs were imported. These pharmaceutical units were there at that time in India, but these units were insufficient to meet needs of medicine of people in India. So drugs were imported from other countries. But the drugs which were imported due to unhealthy competition between pharmaceutical industries, the drugs were available at cheaper rates, but they were not of a required quality. The drug was of inferior quality. So to overcome this particular situation, the solution was find out by Indian government that there should be one committee which will give us recommendation on this particular condition. So to maintain legal control on pharma profession and to have comprehensive legislation, Indian government appointed Drug Enquiry Committee under chairmanship of Lieutenant Colonel R. N. Chopra in 1931. The committee was asked to give recommendations for smooth control of manufacture, import, distribution, and sale of drugs for public health. After studying all the conditions in the country, this Drug Enquiry Committee, under the chairmanship of Lieutenant Colonel R. N. Chopra, they give some recommendations to Indian government. The first and most important recommendation was to start or formation of Central Pharmacy Council and State Pharmacy Councils. Means to start Pharmacy Council of India at the center and state pharmacy councils in all the states. These councils should look after education and training of professionals and maintain a record of names and addresses of pharmacists. Pharmacy Council of India, it will give permission to pharmacy colleges, so pharma professionals will develop, and their registration, it is done by the State Pharmacy Council. Their addresses and names of all the pharmacists will be stored by state pharmacy councils and licenses will be provided by them. And creation of drug machinery control department. So this particular department should be formed at the central level and its branches should be there in all the states. This particular department, it will look out after functioning of the machineries which are present in pharmaceutical industries. So that machineries, it should be proper, they should be properly calibrated, they should be working properly, so that the final product obtained, it will be good and ethical. The formation of central drug laboratory and its branches. So central drug laboratory, it is formed at the central level and its branches will be there in all the states. This particular lab, it will look after manufacturing of different pharmaceutical dosage form in different pharma industries. By or with the help of drug inspectors, the samples they are taken from different pharma industries. The quality control test of the samples, they are done, and all the tests should be in the limit. If they passes the test, then permission to run industry is there. If tests are failed, so at that time some actions are taken by the central drug laboratory. For example, if one pharmaceutical industry, it is producing a tablet, so after taking a sample, all the test, quality control test of that tablet like dissolution test, disintegration test, friability test, hardness test, thickness test, or assay of the tablet, it will be taken by this CDL. All these should be within the standard limits. And scope and objectives of pharmaceutical legislation. The scope and objectives, it will cover all the acts. The drug bill was introduced in 1940 in Legislative Assembly. The main objective of Drug and Cosmetics Act 1940 was to regulate import, manufacturing, sale and distribution of drugs and cosmetics. Pharmacy Act 1948 was passed with object to regulate profession of pharmacy in India. Drugs and Magic Remedies Act 1954 was passed to control certain advertisements related to drugs and prohibit magic remedies. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 was passed with object to consolidate and amend the law relating to narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances and make stringent provisions for control and regulation of operations. So scope and objectives of pharmaceutical legislation in India, it is covering scope and objectives of all the acts, that is Pharmacy Act 1948, Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, Medical Termination of Pregnancies Act, also Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985, etc. Last point, role of pharmacist in healthcare system. Pharmacist is indispensable part of the healthcare system. So pharmacist plays a very important role in the healthcare system. Firstly, prescription adherence. The prescription which pharmacist will receive, so it will contain the name of the drugs, so that particular drugs should be dispensed by the pharmacist. Storage and distribution of the drugs, storage of all the drugs should be properly done. The drugs which should be stored in fridge, so it should be available, proper ventilation facilities, proper cleanliness, it should be maintained in the pharmacy store. Drug choice, so after or at the time of handling prescription, the drugs which are mentioned or prescribed by the physician, that should be only dispensed by the pharmacist. Pharmacist of his own should not give any substitute drugs unless and until he will contact physician. Physician, if gives a green signal, then and then only drug should be dispensed. Then pharmacist should not omit some drugs in the prescription, or he should not give any extra drugs in the prescription. Then drug monitoring of the drugs should be properly done by the pharmacist. Stock of all the drugs should be properly maintained by the pharmacist. Information and education, so pharmacist should have sufficient knowledge about drugs. Any information if asked by the patient, at that time pharmacist should properly explain the problems which is to the that particular patient. Education means if a patient asks any problem like how many times in a day this particular drug has to be taken, or after meal or before meal, so these questions answers or any question answers asked by the patient should be given by the pharmacist. And clinical pharmacokinetics, so two terms, that is pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetics. Pharmacodynamics means what the drug it does to the body, and pharmacokinetics means what the body it does to the drug. So clinical pharmacokinetics means proper idea about that drugs absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion, how that drug is absorbed in the body, how it is distributed, how it is metabolized, and when it will be excreted. Half life of the drug and total knowledge of that drug should be known to the pharmacist. In research and development and many other health activities, pharmacists should take part in research and development. You should have up-to-date knowledge about researches and also new developments in the market. Pharmacist is responsible for ensuring that the right patient is receiving right medicine in the right dose for the right condition in the right dosage form at the right frequency. So a detailed knowledge, that is a right patient, only that particular patient should be dispensed medicines that is required. Then the dose should be proper, amount of the drug should be proper, the dosage form should be correct. Sometimes drug name is same but dosage form should be also taken in mind, because some drugs are available in tablet form also, parenteral form also, so the particular dosage form only should be dispensed by the pharmacist. And frequency means how many times in a day patient have to take that particular medicine, so that frequency should be also properly explained by the pharmacist to the patient. Pharmacist is considered as integral part of healthcare system. So pharmacist is integral or indispensable part of the healthcare system, and he is the link between physician and the patient. So a very vital role, very important role is played by the pharmacist. Pharmacist is not only health worker but he is also a social worker, and he is trying to maintain health of the public and the society. Thank you.